Hello everyone, this is the Professor. I really wanted to start doing rant videos for different things that I notice, different things that just downright irritate me, and different things that just happen throughout life that, kind of piss you off. And I finally actually had an event that inspired me to do one. And that was the thing I was waiting for, was an event or a story or something to inspire me to do one. And good God. Let me just give you the setup here. So last night, I sent my kids off to go stay at their grandmother's house, their grandparents' house, so me and my wife could go out and have a wonderful little quiet evening. Just a quiet evening, the two of us, And we get to the Olive Garden, home of great pasta, decent service, and fair pricing, if you will. And we sit down, we order our food, everything's going great. I get my nice giant bowl of endless salad, which I love to death, by the way. She gets her soup, and we get our food delivered to us. I'm sitting there eating my 5-cheese ziti and everything, and all of a sudden a group of 5 people show up. It seems like 2 adults and their kids, or maybe there are 2 kids and his friend, or something of that sort. And one of the most irritating things in the world that can happen happens during this time. Now, I made a video defending technology against Guptill, and today I'm going to raise an actual valid reason for not liking some technology, and in particular the iPad of all things. And we're sitting there, all peaceful and everything. This family sits down at the table right next to us. And what happens? The little girl, probably 5 or 6 years old, pulls out an iPad 2, her parents' iPad, flips it up, puts it on its little stand, and proceeds to watch Toy Story at full volume in an Olive Garden. What the fuck is up with that? What is wrong with adults, parents, who think that it's a good idea to bring your kids into a public environment, into a restaurant where people are trying to enjoy their meal, enjoy their time, relaxing. They want a time to get away from the irritation of kids on occasion. Because as much as I love my kids, they can be irritating as hell. But we want to get away from this stuff. Sometimes we just want to have a quiet, peaceful evening. We want to get away from the house. I don't want to have to cook. And just sit down and enjoy ourselves. But no, God forbid, these 2 idiots think the only way they can keep their kids in line and keep them from just going nuts at a table in a restaurant is to turn on an iPad 2 with Toy Story blaring at full volume. So everyone else in the goddamn restaurant can hear it. And you can tell everyone else in the restaurant is just looking at this table like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? We're trying to enjoy ourselves, and your family is irritating the crap out of us. And these 2 parents are completely and totally oblivious to everything around them. I don't understand this. It's not as much about the evil of technology as the evil of idiot parents. Okay, I've got a child who is 3 years old and another one who is 1. And these 2, at their ages, have the mentality of being able to sit down at a restaurant and not cause a giant commotion. The only time they get out of line at a restaurant is, say, if they're not feeling good or something of that sort. When they get their food, or they have, say, some colors to play with, some crayons, or maybe a game on a phone that is put on silent so no one can hear it, such as my 3-year-old, he loves Angry Birds. God help him. But he loves Angry Birds. You put it on silent, he'll play it. And it keeps him distracted. We don't have to have the volume. Why do you think it is necessary to take your kids to a public place like this, full of people trying to enjoy themselves, and turn on a goddamn movie and irritate everyone else around them? It makes no sense. It's irritating, and it's disrespectful to everyone else around. I swear to God, I wanted to get up and just knock that iPad off the table and say, excuse me, what the hell is wrong with you? Do you not see everyone else in the restaurant? We're not playing a movie. We're not making a whole bunch of freaking noise and ruining everyone else's dinner. We're not doing anything to irritate everyone. Why do you think you and your idiot family has to? Do you not have the capability to teach your children to sit down and be quiet at a restaurant and not irritate everyone around them? Do you not have the ability to teach your kids to just color with some crayons? Play a silent game. I do know iPad has games you can play that are on silent that'll keep them perfectly entertained. I just don't understand this. And And then a kind of hypocrisy from the dad. The little girl did something. I think she pushed the iPad over, being angry about something about the food they were getting, and he looked, oh, well, that's not nice. Don't do that. I'm sitting there going, what the fuck, you little hypocrite? It's not nice. You're going to get onto this little girl for doing something you think is not nice by pushing over the iPad when you're sitting here letting the child do something that is irritating and annoying and pestering everyone else in the restaurant. I just don't understand adults. I don't understand other parents. I don't understand people who have the mentality that technology needs to raise their children. Believe me, I love technology. I'm a techno-savvy guy. I love keeping up with technology, but it's not what raises my kids. I raise my kids. I teach them manners. I teach them discipline. I teach them things at their age. At the ages of 1 and 3, you can teach them manners. You can teach them that they don't have to have a movie at a restaurant. You're at a restaurant. Relax. Sit back, enjoy yourself. God forbid you talk with your family members. God forbid you get your child to actually be sociable amongst your own family instead of watching Toy Story at the top of volume. Good God. It was, it was just something that was downright irritating. And it just raised so many points about the idiocy of some people who are parents that think you don't have to teach your kids discipline. You don't have to teach your kids respect. I don't know. I was raised as a kid who learned respect for other people, who learned to be quiet when necessary, who learned to sit down and shut up if necessary, who learned discipline, you know. Yes, I was a child who was raised with the discipline of spankings. I was spanked as a child. And no, that's not child abuse. Spanking is not child abuse. Hell, even by the laws here in Arkansas, it's not child abuse. If you swat a child across the backside, they don't count that as child abuse. It's not something to be charged against you. So, I just don't understand. I was raised being spanked. Yeah, that's how I was raised. I was raised with morals, you know, open a door for a woman, you know, get out of your chair for an elderly person, let them have your seat. That sort of thing. Yes, sir. No, sir. Good evening. Greeting people. That sort of thing. Being a gentleman. I was raised that way. And I just don't understand the generation. Even generations before me, because these people are older than me. And generations before me that don't even have the same mentalities that I was raised with. These common understanding of respect for other people. You know, and that's the biggest thing about this whole event. It was a lack of respect for everyone else in the restaurant. What is wrong with people that they cannot have that simple respect for others? To say, hey, they're trying to enjoy their evening. They probably don't want to listen to the fucking Toy Story. If I wanted to listen to Toy Story and watch Toy Story while eating my food, I would have stayed home, kept my kids at the house, cooked the pasta myself, and put Toy Story in the DVD and watched it in the living room while I was eating. I have the ability to do so. My kids love the freaking movie. So I could have done that at my house. I didn't want to go to Olive Garden to watch Toy Story. But, it was just irritating. It was an event that, for me, being as anal as I am, about almost ruined the evening. And this was trying to be a nice, quiet evening for me and my wife's anniversary, you know, for our marriage anniversary, our anniversary to be married, and it was just, fuck God. But hey, everything came out all right for the sole fact we went and watched Avengers, and by God, that movie kicks so much ass. I cannot even begin to describe how much ass that movie kicked. But yeah, nonetheless, I just wanted to make a video bitching and complaining about idiot parents who let technology raise their children because they ain't got this sense of mind to teach them simple, proper respect for other people and other individuals. And to respect things like that at a restaurant. To teach them that you don't have to have a movie at a restaurant. You can just sit down and color in a coloring book. You can do something quiet that doesn't irritate everyone else around you. If they were sitting there talking amongst themselves, I wouldn't have minded. They'd be like, hey, it's a family. They're talking amongst themselves. It doesn't irritate me. But having fucking Toy Story blaring at top volume, it irritates me and everyone else in the restaurant that was there. So, Nonetheless, I don't know. You might not find this one interesting. You might find it interesting. I don't care. I just felt like putting my 2 cents out there because this really did irritate the living crap out of me when it happened, and just going through that ordeal, and just the fact that it about ruined my fucking meal. The food was good, but it's just the ambiance, the environment was ruined by that one thing, and I can't blame it on Olive Garden. I wish I could have, because then I could just say, "Oh well, I just won't go back to Olive Garden again because they fucked up." But this is something that was outside of their control, because Olive Garden, the employees there aren't just going to come up and say, "Oh, excuse me, you have to turn that off." They're not going to do that to the customers. So I just really wanted to punch that dad in the face. I really did. I wanted to knock that goddamn iPad off that table and say, first off, you're using an Apple product, you corporate bastards. You don't understand what good technology is. It's not even innovation. There were devices out that did exactly what the iPad does before the iPad was invented. It's not innovation. It's nothing new. And dude, respect everyone else around you. I just wanted to punch that guy. God, it pissed me off so much. But yeah, adieu.